Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Replay Time. This is the third episode in our series here. Today we're going to be looking at another 2v2 replay from the other day here. Let's just bring it straight up here. I had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 save, 5 shots, and a score of 780, which is overall pretty good score. However, we did end up losing this game. So I'm excited to get right into it and kind of see where we played well, where we played wrong, what we could have done to fix it. So let's just get right into it here. Get into player view. So right off the bat, got a kickoff for my teammate here. I don't actually end up taking the goal. Oh, I do actually. Wow. So good air roll there. I was able to get to the left side enough to tap it into the net. That's what we like to see. So getting a goal right off the bat definitely helps with momentum. Choosing to fake this kickoff, not the best strategy in hindsight. Also really weak 50-50 for me there. So as I see the opponent going up here, I have to take this 50 as my teammate is right up in the air here. So he's not doing a lot to cover the play. This guy's over here turning away. So I want to get a good 50 here to hopefully win the ball into this corner. But I do end up going too high for the 50, and 50 is low off of me. Ends up in our corner. Not ideal there, but that's fine. Good clear there from the backboard. I like how I realize, like we're kind of out of this corner. We don't want to be stuck here, so getting back is important. And then I decided to take it up the wall and clear, which is a good move there. That's what we like to see. Good rotation back, collecting the small boost pads. Shot on net there. That's ideal. That's what we want. That's good offense, good positioning, good boost management, good shooting. More goals like that. That's what we want to see. Good kickoff from my teammate there. So as I'm sitting in the corner here and the ball's coming towards me, I have a full tank of boost, so I don't need to waste my boost like that. I went from having full boost to connecting with the ball on a poor touch and having only 54 boost. So I would have liked to see me grab this boost here, do a little power slide turn, 90 degrees, so I'm starting to face the opponent's net, and then not using any boost, allowing me to actually position and set up for the shot better and not forcing or rushing a touch, which looks like what I did here. And as you can see, I kind of just gave it away. Then I missed the demo there. Took their boost, which was a good play, and then I left. Not the worst. It's just a tough shot here. Like ideally, I would have been able to get a better touch and power shot it right into the net. Could have been a goal, but in this case, I just couldn't get the accuracy or the power for that. But not a bad offensive touch. Nonetheless, let's see here. Good, good. Take the boost. Position below him. Good defense there. As first man, I want to make sure that this doesn't get close enough to where my teammate starts to feel pressured by it. So by me positioning here and reacting to the play, getting this half flip in just stops him from getting a shot on net there, which is what we want. We don't want him to shoot. So clearing it into the corner. I have space here, so I advance up. That's what we like to see. Take the boost. Good flick there. That was a really unique little flick. Good fake. And then good 50 there. I should just get right out of the play. That's what we want to see. So it doesn't look like we're playing too poorly. Okay, right there. I mean, I could have power shot it a little better. Let's say I do stick with this play where I power shoot it into the corner and my teammate is back waiting for the pass. I do want to get it, so I'd power shoot it up and it would essentially hit around right here, because that would mean that it's going to rebound out in front of the net. Or even if I just hit it on the right side of the ball here and cause the ball to go straight this way instead of going anywhere into the corner, that would have been better. Fortunately, I do go ahead and hit the ball in a really weak way, and that just kind of ends up shooting the ball up and into the wall where it's not really a good offensive threat for my opponents here. So I did kind of just give away a bit of possession there. And now I'm just kind of shadowing. Let's watch it one more time, just without looking. Let's see here. Yeah, I kind of just throw the ball at them and then leave the play. And then now I'm stuck defending here. Really awkward defense there. Ideally, I would have gotten a touch on the ball on the right side, so I would have been able to control it down into a ground dribble and then take it into my corner. But we actually completely missed the touch, and instead I go for a double. But it works out nonetheless, so that's not the end of the world. Could have been a goal though, so I just want to watch that on defense, being a little bit more controlled. And then my teammate here, let's take a look from his perspective, because he did a really good job on this play. Good patience, clears the ball. Good pass by me actually, and right to him. Good positioning. If we look where he's positioned this whole time, he's positioning kind of in the middle of this left field after he gets off the wall here, waiting for the pass. And then he's just moving with the momentum of the play, and that allows him to get a very accurate touch. And that's what we needed. So good goal by him. Scores 3-0, and we still end up losing this game. So I'm excited to see what point we started selling at. Let's get back to my point of view here, so we can take a look at this shot. Good half-field defense there. And then I just bad accuracy on the double. If I could have just focused on trying to slot it top left shelf here, I think I would have made that goal. So it's just another shot I gotta practice. It's just an awkward angle. You gotta really get on the side of the ball. It can make it quite difficult to get consistent. That's not too bad. Good pass from my teammate there. If I could have just been to that play a little faster. Unfortunately, as soon as I see him get the touch, that's when I turn around, but it's almost too late. And I speed flip, try to get there in time, but good defense by the opposition there. Wasn't able to get a goal. Let's see what I do here. Off the wall, center it up. Would have liked to see the teammate hit that, but personally, I mean, I can't really critique that about myself, because in reality, he did miss the shot. It happens, but the only thing we could have done to maybe fix that is rotate back sooner. Like, if you look at how slow I rotate back after he misses, quite slow. And then I unfortunately get hit with a bump there as well, and there goes the play. So it's not ideal. Definitely not what we want to see there. Not too sure what happened on the kickoff there. I think my controller might have been unplugged. And we get a good shot from my teammate there. In this rank, like champ rank, pretty much any rank above plat, I want to say, well, even in like plat, you see a lot of goals get scored on overextensions like this, as well as kickoff goals. And a lot of the time, it just leaves their net wide open. And the only way to really fix that is to ensure that you have somebody watching the opponent's weak spot. So that way, when their teammate does get beat, they can actually go back and defend. Let's take a look at this one here, because it looks like I had another shot to score the ball, but I actually just missed with bad accuracy. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be 50ing this. He completely misses, and I dodge and end up hitting the ball away from the net. So if we could have seen some accuracy on there, that would have been nice. Once again, come on, we just need a bit more accuracy with our touches. Good pass from the teammate, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't get around that ball, and I couldn't get my car on it, and I missed the wide open net. I think at this point is when we started selling, and unfortunately they get a goal from that. So I just got to be more consistent with those small important touches, like a wide open net, for example. A little bit of awkward movement there. If I was just staying grounded, that would have been better. Good control there. Want to see me take it up the wall. Not bad. A little awkward on the air dribble. I do try to fake under. Okay, I could have probably scored this like 3 different ways, right? If I could have just gone off the wall and got a simple air dribble, I probably would have been in it. Probably would have been in it. Holy smokes. Bear with me. I probably would have been able to air dribble it into the top left there, and this guy wouldn't have been able to save it really. But unfortunately, as you see when I take the ball up here, I get like 1 touch on the ball. So I have very poor control. So just keeping the ball more under control in the air I think would help a lot with that. Just blundering a little bit. And yeah, now that it looks like they have a wide open shot. They get the demo here. Yep, good demo. Now we want to clear this ball to the other side. Very poor clear there. It's an awkward spot to be in, right? Like he's right behind you. You're under the ball. The ball's right in front of the goal. It's rolling towards the goal. I want to essentially power shot the ball that way, so it goes to the boost there, and I can start clearing. But I get probably the worst touch I could have there, and I just end up getting beat. So in the past like minute and a half here, we've went from having a 4-0 lead to a 4-3, and I think that's just like negligence, playing poorly, not playing accurate, almost like not wanting to win. Let's see here, good clear there. Hopefully I get 1 more touch to clean it up. I think I had way too much air roll there, so I get the pre-flip. If I could turn my car around and start flying towards it a lot earlier, that's going to be a lot better to get that faster first touch in. Yeah, like there, I get the pre-flip, and from here I got to stop rotating, and I have 41 boost. I just got to make connection with the ball again, because that's likely going to be a goal, but I don't. And I end up just taking the ground dribble. Decent pop up there, but you know, in 2s it's a lot harder to score off of something like that in a 1v2 situation. This is too bad. Let's take a look from my teammate's perspective here, see what he could have done to stop this. Yeah, it looks like he just committed a little bit too far into the opponent's corner when I was there, so he had nobody backing him up when his job was to back me up. He still, you know, rightfully so, he's trying to keep the ball in their zone, but when you're that close, it allows for so much room just to clear the ball into open area and get a goal on the counterattack, which is what they do here. As you see here, they play patiently, hit it to open area, and that's just an open goal, essentially. So if we could have seen him stay back to here, not extended any further, but just played horizontally along midfield line, I think that would have been a lot better in preventing a goal. But we see, yeah, he extends way too far into the play here, and when he realizes that, or when he should have realized that there was no chance for him to score as second man here, he should have went back to midfield. But he didn't. He kind of just turned in and got stuck on the wall, which it's unfortunate. Like, I've played with this guy a few times, and he's very skilled, usually very good at positioning. But I guess this game is, you know, we make simple mistakes, and a lot of the time we don't realize it until it's too late. I think that's what happened there. So decent clear for me there. We don't want them having control off the kickoff, so putting pressure on them here is nice. Probably could have scored this right off the rip as soon as he dishes it out to me. If I just would have power shot it right above top shelf here, likely would have been a goal. But that's fine. Let's see here, I like waiting back post here. Did creep up a bit. Yeah, a little bit more patience on back post would have been nicer there, but they do end up giving me possession here. I find this happens a lot in my games where I'm pushing the ball up on a, you know, on a 1v2, or I'm just trying to get the ball on offense out of defense here, and I actually end up essentially just wasting possession. And at what point should I have gone for a flick or air dribble? That's where I want to figure it out here, right? Because we see I end up just completely missing the ball, and play gets turned away here. I see what I wanted to do. I wanted to go for the power shot off the ground, but I just got to be a bit faster here. I got to be ready for the shot. I could have honestly probably shot this right off the rip because I see he's challenging early. So if I get under this ball and pop it over him, his teammate is not back on defense. He's going for boost here. So that would essentially just sail over him and be a wide open goal. But I take too much time, no control, and unfortunately just end up giving possession away there. So being a little bit more controlled, taking time, and flicking when they challenge. I think that would be a little bit better in that situation. Let's see here. So I try to pre-jump the save there. He fakes the shot. They don't score somehow. But a little bit more patience on this defense I feel like would have been probably better. Like, okay, I made the choice to go back for back corner boost. Not the best because I have 54 boost already, but once I make this choice, now I have to figure out where I'm the most useful in this play. And I believe it's going to be just coming up to here, which you see is what we do. But as I see my teammates being, he's currently beat in this play, I know that I'm going to have to likely step up and make a save. So I keep all my momentum going, but this guy misses the shot. Now I'm just sent. And unfortunately for J Money here, he actually misses the shot, but usually I feel like that would go in. Not the worst aerial there. It bounced quite far off the wall, so I could have stayed grounded. I didn't really need to jump for this. I did see that, you know, the opponent was waiting there. He was ready for it. So I did want to get a touch to stop the goal. So I did get the touch in, make it a little uncomfortable for them, but yeah, I think that was the right play there. If you have other thoughts, let me know in the comments below for sure. Always like to hear other inputs. Decent control there. Just being a bit faster, I think. As soon as I get this control touch, I need to be up the wall and I need to be ready to take this out before he gets to it. As you see, I kind of stop, and that lack of momentum there ends up with us getting scored on, which is pretty tough. Actually, I don't know if we get scored on until overtime. Good defense there. Clearing to the side, that's what we want to do when we're in that position. We don't want to clear vertically up because they can just fly up and dunk it on us. So that was decent. A little bit of an awkward save there with a flip. Good defense in the corner, giving me space. Now I should take... Yep. I thought I should take time, but he went for the early challenge here. So as I see him early challenging, if I can speed up and then just like hit the ball to the corner boost. Sorry, if I can hit the ball to the side boost here before he gets to it, I think that would be better. But good challenge by him, keeping it interesting. I guess oh yeah. So yeah, this is the blunder. I'm positioned more midfield than I should be here. I should be a little bit behind my teammate, waiting to see what he does. So right off the bat, my positioning's a little ugly. And it looks like I try to go for a redirect here. But I do miss the redirect. And look at my positioning now. Like, this is not a shot I should have gone for when I was second man. Because now I'm extending right into the opponent's corner. And it is a 2v1. Now a 1v1. Now it's a 1v0. And he gets the wide open net there. So all in all, definitely not the worst gameplay I've seen from me, but one thing I've consistently noticed is right around this halfway point here, say like right around like this, where it gets that dry area between the two goals, I think that's where I start to play a little worse, because people are trying harder. They're like, okay, it's the second half, I'm going to give more, and then usually that's when people play better defense, which means that less goals are scored, which means that you can easily get distracted. And I think that's what happened this game. I had a great flow, but I ended up getting distracted due to the lack of goals. And I think it's almost like a hypnotism. You get distracted and you start to forget things. And before you know it, you're looking like a chicken, right? Like, I think that's essentially what is happening in this game. Because from the very first half of the game, like all of this, we were commanding with a 4-0 lead. But ever since half point, we didn't score a single goal, and they ended up coming back and winning. So I think just keeping that mental strength, knowing that you can win and you got to keep the lead, I think that's really important. And one thing I've been actually told and taught about to keep that is something called the 2-goal cushion. And essentially what that means is you are ahead by 2 goals, which means that it is a very safe position to be when you're in the lead, because you still have a little wiggle room. That way, if they do score on you guys and you mess up and they do get a goal, you still have another chance. Whenever you're in the lead, you almost always want to have a 2-goal lead. That way, you have a little bit of backup protection in case you do get messed up. Another thing is it's also a mental thing. If your opponent knows that he has to score 2 goals instead of 1, it's going to seem like a lot bigger of a chore than if he just had to score 1 goal. So keeping this 2-goal lead is very important. But as we see here, let's actually watch again to see how we went from having a 2-goal lead to losing the 2-goal lead, because I'm thinking we're going to start to see a lot of mistakes in this point. Like right off the bat, we're winning the kickoff, and then yeah, my movement gets a little poor, my positioning starts to lack a little bit, and then yeah, this is where I mess up the air dribble. It's almost like I'm playing too passive, and I'm letting them get all the momentum they need to come back. I think that's what's happening there. But then yeah, I'm making mistakes like that, going for the side boost, or sorry, their corner boost. Good demo though, I like to see that. And yeah, I think for a good portion of that play there, I was on the other side of the field, which is not good. Like here, I'm leaving my teammate in a 1v2. It's taking a while for me to get back, but when I get back, I don't actually go back. I cut into the corner here instead of going back post, which is poor because my teammate's already in a position to challenge whenever he wants. So if I could just go back and watch his teammate or watch my teammates back, it would be a lot more efficient than me trying to rush into the play here and try to make a difference when I'm not positioned to make a difference. That's what we see here. We do get the demo, but it does put me in a really awkward position where if I was at back post, this save would have been really easy, because instead of having to clear it across the goal post, I could have just cleared it out like this into the corner instead of having to clear it like I try to do here, give it away. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing from this replay that I've kind of pointed out is you have a lead, but that doesn't mean you're safe. So having a strong fundamental game is going to be very important in these positions. That's the biggest thing I've taken away from this game. I also have a little list of some other things that I wanted to mention that we're watching this I'd look out for in my gameplay as well. First thing is kickoffs. Your initial kickoff in the game, like the very first kickoff, is very important. It's a lot more important than a lot of people realize because it sets the pace for the game. And if you win kickoff, that's momentum, right? You want to get momentum building from the start. So having a strong kickoff, especially the initial kickoff, is very important. Second thing is staying grounded. As we can see here, I'm not doing a good job of staying grounded. When you stay grounded, it allows for quicker reaction to the play. So when I'm jumping around like this and yeah, like that, see how much slower I went? That killed my momentum. Whereas if I would have just stayed on the ground, I would have likely been supersonic and I could have been picking up small boosts. Even though I have full boost, it's still nice to steal boosts from other people, which is very good in ranked. Another thing is staying back post. Just like what we mentioned earlier, if I was back post on this save here instead of front post, this would have been a lot easier. Here, point number 4 here, we got being positioned to turn in and turn back in an instant. So what that means is it means when you're shadowing the play, you want to be able to turn onto the ball if you need to, and you also want to be able to turn back towards your net if you need to, basically at the same time. So that's good positioning there. Clearing ball away from the net. That's something that we saw actually pretty decent in this game. I think a good example is one of these guys here. Not this one. Maybe this one? Yeah. So as you see, when I get the touch there, I don't clear it vertically straight up. I clear it to the side. And that's important because it means it takes away their shot at a rebound. So that was good there. I like seeing that. Keeping momentum. Something I did really good at the start of this game, in the first half of this game, we kept good momentum, but in the second half, I started getting a little swamped, I think. It started kind of killing my momentum, not keeping it. So we want to keep the momentum. Full committing on defense. That's just like overcommitting, right? When you're on defense and you go to make a 50-50, don't flip all the way through to your opponent's net, right? Like a lot of the time when you do a little 50-50 challenge on defense, you want a single jump because that way it keeps you in the play and you don't get bumped or you don't flip out of the play. So staying in the play on defense is very important. You don't want to full commit and put yourself in a poor position. So that's another thing I noticed there. Emptying tank on opponent's side. That just basically, it's very similar to overextending, where you never want to put yourself in a position where you're completely out of boost and you're on your opponent's side and you need to get back on defense, because that gives your opponent so much time for a 1v1 that not only is your teammate going to hate you, but you're going to hate yourself because guess what? You can't go fast. You're stuck and you're going to try to recover, but you don't have any boost. So really saving boost to ensure that if you do mess up in a play, you can always recover back fast is important. I think that's another really important aspect here. But yeah, I think that about covers it for this game. It was quite a tragic loss. I think we could have won this. I know we could have won this. We had a 4-0 lead from the start. And a lot of the time, people with that lead, they expect the opponents to forfeit. And when they don't, like, it's never too late. So staying more involved and more active, something I'm really going to take away from this game. But I hope you guys all learned something from this game as well. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I always like hearing things. And I hope you guys learned something. Have a good one. Peace.